Hi, it's Mike. I just want to say that any information you get from these videos that you think will work for you, have it checked out with your nurse practitioner, your doctor, your diabetes center. A, to check for accuracy, and B, to see if it'll work for you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye now. Good morning, Mike's Diabetes World. Well, it's Mike. We're up and we're active. Getting Nico out for his exercise. Getting me out of the house. Anyway, today I want to talk about when you get everything down to where you can control your diabetes and you know how much carbs are in this and you know what you can eat off a buffet without your sugars going high, and you know how to correct your insulin, and you know how to make an appointment with your doctor, you know how to handle a sick day. How about becoming a mentor? A mentor for others. I guess that's what I'm trying to do. But so often, we all come across a new diabetic. And you have to really walk in their shoes before you can mentor. You can't sort of like, well, I'll mentor, yeah. You have to really know, and the important thing is you don't want to become across as a teacher. So often, I feel like I'm preaching, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to motivate people to do well with their diabetes. Now, I'm not perfect. My blood sugars can be all over the place, but I'm not saying that that should stop you. A lot of people get up every day and take care of their diabetes and lead full and active lives, and I congratulate. But someone once said that you have to believe in you before you can believe in others. And I think mentoring falls along these lines. Last week, when I was in the diabetic health center, I think they call it, in New West, there were brochures for being a diabetic mentor for type 2. Ooh. But there was nothing for type 1 adults. I guess it is feeling that most type 1s are juveniles, but they forget that there is a lot of type 1s out there that have problems with it. And, sometimes it can be such a simple thing, but yet we don't know what to actually do. Now, I'm not saying that, if you grew up with diabetes, you should know what to do. But on the other hand, a type 2 mentor really doesn't fit the needs of a type 1. Now, I've been to support groups, and there has to be a magical connection. Type of, I don't know, when my sister graduated from high school, the grade 12s had to take a personality test, and like who was paired with whom. And, you know, it was great. Well, she didn't get the love of her life, but yet she met someone that was pretty close to her interest. They already had a girlfriend, but maybe that's what a type 1 needs to do: a personality test, match it with someone else. And you need to be up on the latest developments. I feel that years ago, I could have been a one-on-one mentor. Right, my blood sugars were sort of under control, but I was busy with work, and now that I actually have the time and I've had the training and a little bit of training, I could do a mentor. But so often we doubt ourselves, and we doubt, oh, I can't be a mentor, oh, for this reason or for that reason. And they're not asking you to go out and get a degree. It's pretty well sitting down with someone, talking about the issues that they found, and what sort of patient rights, especially if they're young teens or early adults. What's out there for them as a diabetic? That's the sort of thing that is more important. People need to learn that they can do their best and that they can learn. Now, we're not asking anyone to be a nurse or a doctor. It's just a friend, someone that they can draw on, something that maybe as they grow older, they'll have to go through some sort of procedure, and they can learn from that. Young kids, they're probably under their parents' watchful eye, but we all need sometimes just some guidance, not, sorry, looking at Nico, not someone telling them what to do, but someone who is worthy of their opinion. And like I said, you don't want to be someone who's going to talk down and say, ooh, the book says you should be doing that. Oh, yeah. But being there, telling them what things are like, what did you learn when you did it, that sort of thing. But there's only, I believe it's called D-Talk for type 2s. But I think there's a little niche that type 1s are locked out of. I think type 1s are usually thought of, as we always were, oh, you're the juvenile type. And they keep forgetting that kids grow up into adults. And they need some guidance. Now, especially young teenagers. And we can all remember when we were back, well, most of us can anyway. But, going out to parties, and you're going to be tempted with this, and you're going to be tempted with that. And just letting them know what they can expect. Now, a lot of times, there's a lot of type 1s that are having problems with diabetes. And so often, we go and we said, here, you're to adapt this into your life. But they don't usually give us examples on how we can adapt it into our lives. And if they see someone else, that's awesome. A mentoring group for type 1 diabetics. How easy. So often people think they're alone with this. They probably don't want to speak to their parents about it, especially if they have done something wrong and got themselves in a mess. Keeping things easy, not preaching, does, again, that's like mother and dad. But we all can't be certified diabetic educators. But, people that live with the disease every day and who have a positive outlook, hell, I say we should be giving them the chance. And start a diabetic mentoring. Now, this could always go for parents of new diabetics, and how did you feel when you were diagnosed, and what happened when they did this, and what was the outcome for you. And it'll probably allow parents to stop sounding so like a preacher. When I was growing up, I can remember, and I don't think my dad meant this in any way, but he did say, "Oh, your blood sugars are out of whack. What did you do?" And, growing, I didn't know what the hell I did. I just gave my insulin and went on my merry way. Sometimes it doesn't hold up that great, But people need to understand that we all kind of need help sometimes. Now, you're scheduled into your doctor, and you're scheduled into your diabetic educator. Now, most people see their doctor for, 15 minutes at the most. They go to Diabetic Education Center. A lot of times you put type 1s together and they all start nattering about the disease. And you can learn educational material and then take and go over it with your friends. The only problem is I think the mentoring program would somehow have to be organized and scrutinized so that they're not really spending time on the cheap ways of doing things that may cause injury. But they could talk about, the first day back at work, the first day getting a new job, telling your employer whether you're diabetic or not. Are you testing the right way? what machine should I buy? These are all things that you could sort of learn from a friend or a confidant. I think the people who designed Detox found that have a program that would somehow work for the older diabetic population, those who have type 2. But I think they're missing opening for those with type 1, the older teenage crowd, those who are starting to take care of their own diabetes for the first time. All that can be essential. You have to learn, and you have to grow, and you have to make sure that people can gain the benefit out of this. If you say, okay, this is your pal, you go off and talk your merry way. That shouldn't be, because like I said, it needs to be scrutinized, it needs to be working together. I don't know, have training sessions for your pals, for the mentors, so they could go out and pass on knowledge. I think what'll happen is it will help people determine what they can be doing. Now, no one's going to tell you how to live diabetes unless they've gone through it. So that old adage that I started the video with, you have to believe in yourself before you can believe in others. You've got to be a diabetic and know what the person is going through. You can set up a pair of someone who doubts that they can't do anything now because they are diabetic. Pair them with an athlete that has diabetes. A type 1 mentoring program, to me, is something that is needed. Maybe I'll suggest that. I will have to go take a look at, what is it now, Diabetes Canada, and see if there is anything. And if not, maybe we as a team could begin one. I think that would be something very easy to do. We could provide information and resources. This will be something we'll have to review later. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.